We have a very special award ceremony for some very special people, and handling and facilitating our awards this afternoon or this morning is Northarvest Director Leanne Schaefer.
I'm Leanne Schaefer from New Rockford, North Dakota. I farm and ranch with my husband Jeff, who is a fifth-generation farmer and rancher here on Rhine Valley Farms. That was established in 1893. And we also farm and ranch with our children, Chelsea and Colton, our two oldest ones. And Chelsea has 3 children that also come and farm and ranch with us every day as well. We raise corn, soybeans, edible beans, and oats for seed or for cattle feed. We also have a cow-calf operation as well as a Purina feed dealership here on the farm. We really have a lot of pride that we're continuing that tradition of being a farmer and rancher here on Rhine Valley Farms. We also feel that it's our calling. It's one of our things that we enjoy doing every day. And also with the crop side as well as the cattle side, it gives us a joy to see things growing, to see us being part of God's plan of raising food, fiber, and fuel for the world. So that's just a mission that we feel that is what we are called to do, and we just enjoy being part of that. We hope to be good caretakers of the land, to be able to pass on this legacy that we have been entrusted with in our time period that we have it, and to be able to pass it on to the generations that are to come. My husband and I both serve on many different boards and in different organizations. So it's a chance to give back to the organizations that help us, like on our farm and ranch operation. So if we can give our part back and serve to be able to help others or pass on knowledge that we've gained over the years, that's a mission that we feel that is important. So Jeff serves on the North Dakota Stockmen's Foundation, and I'm on the Northarvest Bean Growers Association. And I used to work at a bean processing plant, so I could see the side of the bean industry from the processor side as well as being the producer side. And so being on the Northarvest board, that's really gives me a broader aspect, I think, of seeing it for, not just as a customer, but also as a producer and as a processor, that you would see that you're just part of the linkage that gets your beans from growing out of the ground to be able to be on somebody's plate, possibly halfway across the world. Dry beans is a vital part of our operation. We do grow that corn, soybeans, edible beans, and oats. So our oats is our small grains, corn and soybeans, row crops. As edible beans is one more rotation in that, so we can get a 4-year rotation between our crops. Part of the operation is always, trying to maintain clean ground, but rotation helps a lot with that, so we don't get resistant weeds. So edible beans fits into our operation well. Northarvest is the source of information, so you could call up and ask information on, how to grow beans, or just knowledge to be, if you're a first-time bean grower, you had a source to find out information, so readily available, so willing to share information and to help people get started if they're at all interested. And then also on the aspect of the nutrition side, Northarvest definitely tries to promote beans and the value they bring to having them on your plate. It's a great source of information all the way around, from as a producer or as a consumer. The research dollars that Northarvest puts into our industry is amazing. So they're always looking to improve on what we have available, or new issues come up that they will try and seek the answer to. So they're very willing to be self-help, be able to serve our industry to help producers get the best that they can out of the dollars that they put in through that checkoff. It also goes directly back to the producers, and so that they see those dollars coming back and make them money on their farming and ranching side. Farming is a challenge, but embrace the challenge. Every day is different, and it gives you great joy at the end of the day to see that you've successfully completed tasks that just needed to get the job done. Every year is different, and so that's one thing interesting about farming, is that you might start out with a great season start out and then might go downhill from there, or you might start out with a challenging beginning spring and it ends up to be more than you ever expected. So we have to always be cognizant of the fact that we can't control the weather, we can't control Mother Nature. We just have to deal with the cards that are dealt to us and do it with joy and see that at the end of the day you're making a difference. farming is always adapting to technology. It is amazing on how far we have come in such a short amount of time with technology about auto steer, precision planting, things like that, variable rate planting, so we can do a better job on maybe marginal ground to be able to make it as productive as possible. So that part has been just phenomenal on how much we are embracing that. On the other side, where technology is readily available, people still want their food to be non-GMO or not to be changed. They want it to be grown as their grandparents grew it. So that side of it, we can't be able to produce enough food for the world at the rate we're growing if we do not advance and take advantage of the technology that we have available to us in the farming and ranching community. I believe a good steward of the land is making it as best as you can and to leave it better than what it was when you started. So all the little things, you want to take good care of it for no erosion, no excess weeds or things like that would be detrimental to the land, in future use of it. People say sustainability. Well, that's what a farmer does, is we try to be sustainable, to have that land here for the next generation to be able to produce on it. So it looks different for everybody and their operation and to making it work. But for the most part, it's being able to leave it for the next generation better than what you started with. My daughter Chelsea, she is definitely a promotion of agriculture. And so she says, food comes from families like ours. And that's true. So we try and produce the best product that we can on our operation, knowing that it's going to other families as well. So if we all believe in each other, that's what we're trying to do, is provide the best possible product that we can to feed and clothe the world. I do believe that everybody should be a participant in their organization that they're involved in, or in their industry that they're involved in. So be the voice, be the person who's making a difference, planning for the future, and to know that our industry is going to be better off in the future.
With that, we're going to move into some of our highlights of this year. That one of the first things that we want to recognize is our scholarship recipient. Holly Jensen is the daughter of Brian and Betsy Jensen and is a 2023 recipient of the Northarvest Bean Growers Association Scholarship. Jensen is entering her third year at the University of Minnesota Twin Cities and has made the Dean's List in 3 semesters. She is pursuing a double major in nutrition and psychology with a minor in public health. She plans to continue her education after finishing her bachelor's degree, either by going on to medical school or obtaining a master's or doctorate degree in psychology. She wants to use her education to focus on how nutrition and mental health can affect one's physical well-being. When not focusing on her academics, she works with developmentally challenged individuals and has spent significant time volunteering at the Nutritious U Pantry, a food shelf at the university that offers free canned and fresh goods to students or faculty in need. When she returns to Stephen, she takes on-call hours as an emergency medical responder for Stephen Volunteer Ambulance. While attending Stephen Argyle Central High School, Jensen was captain of the volleyball and basketball teams and was academic all-state in volleyball, basketball, and track and field. She was president of her junior and senior classes, and she completed school with a 3.9 grade point average. Northarvest Bean Growers Association thanks Jensen for participating in the Northarvest Scholarship Program and wishes her luck. And all the 2023 scholarship applicants, the best of luck in their professional and careers. So we encourage anybody who is their parents or grandparents who are active bean growers in the Northarvest region to be enrolled and planning on to go to college or a technical school, have at least a 3.0 grade point average, and to apply for the scholarship. We offer up 2 $2,000 scholarships. So we'll be planning on doing that again this year, and so the deadline for application is later this summer, like in July. So be looking forward to that, and go online on the Northarvest website to get your scholarship application for that. We encourage anybody to apply for that. And I don't know if Holly is here. She's probably back at school, but we want to give a round of applause for Holly for this year's scholarship recipient. So I'd like to call up Dr. Hans Kandel. It is with my pleasure that I introduce Dr. Hans Kandel for the Northarvest Bean Industry Achievement Award. This is the highest honor bestowed to an individual from our organization. Hans serves the farmers of our Northarvest region for a combined 28 years, working with both North Dakota State University and the University of Minnesota as an extension agronomist. Hans is knowledgeable, friendly, and a familiar face to farmers in this region that has helped growers to increase their production of dry beans, as well as several other commodities, with his leadership. Hans officially retired from NDSU on July 7, 2023, and has been greatly missed. Kandel earned his undergraduate degree in the Netherlands. He has worked with farmers in Africa, Asia, and England. He earned his PhD from NDSU. The passion Hans brings to the job has been evident by his commitment to the farming community. There have been countless bean days, extension conferences, research assessment meetings, farmer surveys, roundtables, and the list goes on and on. But you could always count on Hans to be there for the agricultural community. Kandel works on subsurface drainage and managed drainage changed the production for farmers in this region. Hans' research on planting dates, row spacing, seed populations, seed treatments, inoculation of edible beans, reducing yield loss through the harvesting methods, and a variety of selections have broadened the efficiencies of farmers in this Northarvest region. His work has been valued and highly important to all of us. Northarvest Bean Growers Association would sincerely like to thank Dr. Hans Kandel for his commitment to our farming members with his unwavering support for finding solutions to make the dry bean growing experience a success. We want to wish Hans a very happy retirement and hope that he continues to be present at these things so we can enjoy his input that we've had over all these years. Please join me in a resounding appreciation to Hans for all his years of commitment to our farmers.
Thank you so much for the honor of being recognized today. Over the years, I have worked with dry beans, but I've also worked the farming system. And today, we've already covered a few topics like water management, very important, sustainability, very important. So I thank you so much for all the years that you have been working with me, too, to achieve so many good things in farming. And we have to look forward to another year of good farming. Hopefully, this year will bring us all a good harvest again. And thank you so much for the honor.
Next, I'd like to call Steve Savell up to the podium, please. Steve Savell of Bush Brothers and Company is receiving the Friend of the Bean Award. Steve has served over 30 years in manufacturing consumer goods industry. His career has been primarily focused on information technology and systems management. Steve joined Bush Brothers in the early 90s, and after 10 years working with both International Paper and Sara Lee in the Dallas-Fort Worth area. At Bush Brothers and Company, he led the Information Services Department for 15 years before taking on his current role as Director of External Government Affairs and Sustainability. This is a multifaceted position while driving impactful sustainability initiatives. Steve's strategic insights and dedication continue to be insightful for Bush Brothers Beans and the bean industry as a whole. Steve has been a great friend to the pulse industry, working hand in hand with U.S. Dry Bean Council and U.S. Pulses to provide consistency and guidance in the sustainability of pulse crops. The Northarvest Bean Growers Association of Directors is proud to present Steve Savell with the Friend of the Bean Award. Thank you for your service to the bean industry.
Thank you very much.
Yep, thank you very much. Next up, We have our board service awards. Stueve and Ryan Peterson would like to come to the stage.
My name is Ryan Peterson. I've been farming all my life. I started farming full-time in 2011. Being a producer means everything to me. We've been farming since the late 1800s. We've been growing edibles since 1991. Producing food for the world is all we do. We grow dry edible beans. They work well under irrigation on our sandy soils, and we're able to make a premium on our crop. I joined the Northarvest Bean Growers Association Board of Directors because dry beans are a huge part of our farm, and I wanted to say and where the checkoff dollars were spent. Northarvest Bean Growers Association handles all the checkoff dollars for all dry beans in Minnesota, North Dakota. With those checkoff dollars, we promote research and trade opportunities for our growers. I've been on the Northarvest Bean Growers Association board for 2 years. I serve on the Marketing and Communications Committee and the Research Committee. I would absolutely say the time is well spent.
As neither one are here, I'll just give out what our service award goes. Stueve was elected to the Minnesota Dry Bean Research and Promotion Council beginning in 2008 and was provided steady guidance to the association through 2023. Don finished as the vice president of the council and served many important committees, including the promotions, crop insurance, communication, food aid, research, and the education and sponsorship committees. Northarvest Bean Growers Association and the Minnesota Dry Bean Research and Promotion Council want to thank Don for his 15 years of service to the dry bean region in Minnesota and Northarvest in North Dakota. Ryan Peterson was elected to the Minnesota Dry Bean Council and Promotions Council in 2020 and represented Area 4. Ryan provided important support to the committees including research, legislation, promotion, food aid, and marketing and communications. Northarvest Bean Growers Association want to thank Ryan for his 3 years of service to the dry bean industry. Let's give them both a round of applause. Now we move on. We have some new faces on the Northarvest Association board members. We have Ryan Ammerman and Don Ohden. Ryan is here if he would like to come to the stage. Dan is not here today, but Dan was elected to the Minnesota Dry Bean and Research and Promotion Council serving the Area 4 from Raymond, Minnesota. Ohden has been appointed to serve on the Research and the Marketing and Communication Committees. Dan is currently serving as Secretary for the Minnesota Dry Bean Council, Northarvest Association, and the Minnesota Dry Bean Research and Promotion Council. Welcome Dan Ohden to our organization. Ryan here was elected to the Minnesota Dry Bean Research and Promotion Council, serving Area 3, and he hails from Clara City, Minnesota. Ammerman has been appointed to the Research Committee and the Education and Sponsorship Committees. Ryan is currently serving as the Vice Chair for the Minnesota Dry Bean Council, and we would like to welcome him to Northarvest to serve on our association. Please welcome him with a round of applause. With that, it looks like we are up for lunch, and we can head out these doors to the left and go from there. But I'll turn it back over to our MC. Thank you.